The shadowy boy of night crosses the dusking land. He sows his poppy seeds with steady, gentle hand. The shadowy boy of night, young husbandman of dreams, garners his gracious blooms by far and moonlit streams. Welcome to Being the Light on the Angel channel. How are you, man? Glad to see you back. I can't believe we're here again. I can't believe where the last couple of hours went. Like, I looked at it, it was like 5 minutes to the show. I'm like, wait a minute, it was just 7 o'clock. Anyway, I think we're in a time warp. Yeah, welcome. I'm glad to have everybody here, and yeah, Spectra. Hey, what's up? Um, it should be a pretty cool show tonight. We're going to talk about the magic and the fact that you have the universe in your hands and a traveling magic ritual space right there. So I hope everybody's doing really good. Brandy, what's up, Brandy? Man, good to see you, girl. Hey, boy, what's up, my friend? Yeah, everybody's showing up, man. That's really good. So, the crazy hurricane, man, I would just be remiss and not to mention that. I've been watching this Melissa thing that's south of Jamaica now. Super bad situation down there set up, man. But just from a phenomenon standpoint, man, you look at, I've never seen a hurricane look that perfect before. It's just totally freaky, man. That center eye is just like a perfect circle, just sitting there, not wobbling or anything. It's boom, just turning. And it's category 5 right now. It's like, might keep an eye out. I mean, there's nothing that's going to be hitting the United States, but might be something to keep an eye out for. And some prayers down for the people in Jamaica and probably Cuba a little bit too. Tom, welcome, man. Glad you could make it. Grace Gorella, yeah. So Grace has got a show coming up this Thursday night, the Grace Gorella Show, and as you know, we're big friends of Grace's, huge supporters. She's really a badass medium, and she's one of those people that has like genuine passion for what she does, and that's a rare commodity in my opinion these days, and one of the reasons I just really love her a lot. Anyway, 7 o'clock on the Sacred Spiral Network on YouTube. Maybe a couple of other things too. And Grace, if you feel like it, send us a link to your show in the chat. I'd love to promote it up. So 7 o'clock Thursday night, Grace Grella. Make sure you're there early. She gets a lot of people making requests, but great place to go get a reading. Yeah. Arnie, good to see you, man. Welcome, my brother. Yeah. Oh, by the way, that little poem thing I read at the beginning of this is from a real favorite, super kind of long poem by H.P. Lovecraft for the Happy Halloween season called Hypnos, and highly recommend it. H.P. Lovecraft, Hypnos. Um, oh yeah, while we're on an announcement mode too, my friend and often part of our crew, Mary Jo, and I do a yoga sound bath combination, sound healing on Sunday mornings, every Sunday morning at Faded here in Sebring. If you're in the neighborhood, stop in 9 o'clock in the morning. It's free donations, and would really, really love to have you. Let's see. Yeah. Um, Another longtime friend of the show is my friend, the Rebel Yogi Satya. And really just always enjoy having Satya on, man. He's super well versed, and his personal yoga cosmology is really super cool. He also is a really twisted puppy and has a, I sent him a review on something this weekend. Told him he was a funny MFer, and they edited it. So anyway, you are, dude. And the book finally got here. It's on Amazon, and lighten the F up. I laughed from page one, man. It's great. It's like there's a lot of good yoga stuff in here, but there's a lot of really good insights, and his personal point of view is just really refreshing. So scope that out now. Oh, okay. Well, I gave some wrong information here. Like Grace straightened me out here. 7:30 on Guided by Grace on the Sacred Spiral Network. Thursday, October 30th. I usually scope it on YouTube, but I'm sure it's on um, all the other ones too. Yeah, Spectre got it also. Great book, really funny. You know, these days, something that makes me laugh out loud, pretty cool. All right. Let's see. Any more announcements? No, not really. So, always want to start the show thanking my sponsors. This week, Audrey Asciuto and Audrey's Place in downtown Sebring. Uh, Really wonderful Airbnb and place to cop the essence of our little gem of a place here. So if you're in town in Sebring, make sure you check out Audrey's Place, Audrey Asciuto, and I will get the link down there in the comments here momentarily. And my longtime sponsor and erstwhile friend, uh, Ernie Mosteller, man, from Fried Okra Entertainment. And, this week I didn't want to just blab about his commercial work. He's like really a great artist. I really enjoy his work a lot. Oh, Every Kitten, glad to see you. Glad you could make it. Welcome. Um, so Ernie and I go way back, like 40 years. And we were working in an ad agency together, and he was a writer. He comes from words. I come from pictures, like so hard. And we just have really, in some ways, some really different, not really, we wind up at the same place, but we come at it from completely different places, which really just lent to our doing some really great work together. And we became friends, and we had our careers, our directing stuff, and went all through that. And, he's just one of those core people for me. And I care about him very much. So, anyway, without a big ramble here, I want to show some of Ernie's work because it's just really amazing. Ernie does a lot of black and white stuff, which I totally dig. And his mode is taking things that you would normally just regular stuff. How many times have you walked by a rose, and it's always red, or yellow, or something that's a color, and you don't really think about that, the rose and the structure of the rose so much, and he really macroed in on this. See all the veins and the petals and stuff. It's just a very compelling picture. And if you watch the swirl to it, you can get kind of caught up in that as well. Here's another one of those images, just super beautiful stuff. I love the little white line right along the beach where the little mini wave is crashing. Just beautiful, beautiful design. Yeah. Taking off or landing? Yeah. Ernie keeps his camera. It's the only writer I know that keeps his camera with him all the time. Yeah. Sort of a passion we share for like mechanical stuff and the way things are kind of put together. This is something he shot in Daytona at Bike Week this week or this year, I think. And last but not least, one of my favorite ones, the Wall of Death, man. I spent 4 years with the production company shooting motorcycle shows and documentaries and all kinds of stuff. And one of the big things in this was the Wall of Death. And pretty crazy, a crazy scenario is this guy starts on the bottom and goes around faster and faster and faster. He's going 60, 70 miles an hour in this little just put together wood circle thing. Crazy. Anyway, Ernie's work, really amazing. And I'm really happy to share it with you guys. And if you get a chance, go scope out his stuff on his website, friedokra.tv. All right, let's get down to it here. Now, what am I doing here? Stop. There we go. You know, I'm really not trying to do a special effect, although it kind of looks that way. All right. I've got a whole little grab bag of kind of fun goodies tonight, man. We're not going to get too serious here tonight. And I've got a gnarly cleansing for the end of the show. So make sure you stick around with me, man, and get ready to get rid of. That's a very good one. So I got into signatures for a while and taking a signature and putting that together, like turning it on its edge and making it vertical and then duplicating it, flipping it, and then putting those together and merging over those. And it happened as an accident when I was working on another piece for something, and I went, holy crap, man, it's making a whole nother image. So I got very deeply into that, man. I was asking everybody for their signature. And it turns out that like they kind of reflect the personality of the people that we're doing it with, that whose the signature is. And so anyway, I wanted to show you, let's see here. I wanted to show you some stuff that I did with my own name and how it kind of evolved. And I like used a dropout, like I made an acetate where the most of it was black and the image was reversed out of it, and then did some light painting behind that. Further up here, let me get to these. Yeah, so there we go. I started with my own name, Bilar, made a duplicate, flipped it, and then started making it vertical. And as it comes together, it winds up being this crazy, weird person, right? So then I started doing light painting with it and got these really crazy images. Yeah, so the rest of the crew starts showing up here. Yeah, I love. Oh. Yeah, so a pretty fun series, and I wanted to just throw that out to you for you guys to give a shot yourself and see what's in your name. A lot of what we're going to do tonight, we're talking about the hand, and really one of the main reasons for using that is your hand is kind of like signatures, and those lines and wrinkles and stuff, they really are indicative of who you are, and a great way to like kind of explore your own, like, who the hell am I. That's kind of the great quest of people on the path. It's discovering the real you, not the you you've constructed and just held as truth all that time. And everything that you can use, your hand, the astrology, numerology, all those are ways of finding out who you are. So so the signatures, one of the really great ways of kind of getting an inside view into your real self, maybe your shadow side too. So, and do it for your friends too. You'll get hooked just like I did. I wound up creating a whole book because I just got obsessed with it. All right. There we go. Let's get rid of these. And I have lots of visual aids this evening. Yeah. Bear with me here. Get these arranged correctly. All right, there we go. All right, we're going to talk about hands tonight, man. And what a powerful magical tool your hand actually is. It's kind of there were a lot of fake palm readers and stuff like that, and people that did it at carnies that were just looking to make money, and it got kind of a bad rap. But the truth of the matter is, there really are energetic centers in your hand, do tangible, real energetic things, and we're going to talk about a bunch of those tonight. In the palm of your hand, you've got all of the astrology symbols, like each one of those little. First of all, each one of your fingers represents an element. Your little finger's air, your ring finger's fire, your middle finger's earth, and your first finger's water. And by understanding what the astrological sign is assigned to that specific phalange on your finger, you can activate that by using your thumb, the tip of your nail, and pushing right into the phalange. So if you're wanting to activate, your Aries energy, and you need some fire, boom, you're right there on that. And you can do that. You can stand there and do that, and no one in the world will know what is going on. Same thing with the palm of your hand. The astrology signs wind up being up in your four fingers, and the planets and their energies wind up being in the pads, and right here, and down at the bottom, where this is coming, where all of your lines meet at the bottom of your palm, and these two mounts over here. Yeah, the mount of the moon. Yes. So anyway, it's good to know the little planetary symbols, and have that in mind, and being able to activate those, and using both of your hands to activate those. You can do a combo of things. You can activate the sun, and you can activate Aries, and you've got, like, boom, Make sure you're not anywhere combustible though, because you might just set off a firestorm. It could be very tricky. Um, yeah, we're going to talk about one more thing about palmistry here too. Let's see, is that the right one? Let's do this one. So all of these lines on your hand actually have meanings. And this line that runs at the very top, line of the sun. Yeah, and this is your heart line right here that runs from under your first finger across your hand. This is a fate line, your lifeline. Not everybody has this fate line right here. I don't really have that myself, but digging into the meanings of what all of the lines mean, a really worthwhile endeavor for you, and I think you would find it really super, 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 super fun. Um, I've noticed for myself over the years, like my lifeline grew. My lifeline used to end somewhere like right up in here, and now it's like all the way to the bottom of that. So I think that's a good sign. And my heart line goes all the way across my entire hand. It used to stop like right in here, and maybe that's just old age and wrinkles, super possibility, but not really. I think I'm not mad anymore. I was having this conversation with a friend of mine this weekend. You know, we're always working on the things that like trying to get deeper, and then we fall back in, and then we work on them again, work on them. And for me, that's been anger, man. I've had anger issues, intense like anger stuff my whole life. And I just, like I was raised a perfectionist. So anything that wasn't that was pissing me off. And I didn't even realize um, how much of my life I was giving to being angry. And joyfully, I was thinking about that. Just like, I don't have anything I'm mad about, man. Is everything perfect? No. Is anything worth being like, and feeling attacked and, you know, infringed on and like, oh, there needs to be some retribution here. No, I don't feel any of that anymore. I don't buy it up front to have to get rid of it. And it's just like, it goes by me. Now, as you guys are sitting there listening, please don't send me something tomorrow to test that because we know it's all good. I don't really need that test. Thanks. I'm really kind of surprised about a lot of things that I've wound up ending up at, man. Like, I didn't ever really think that I would be able to actually get rid of all of that. It just looked to be reducing it and reducing it less and less and less and less and less and less. And then all of a sudden it just wasn't there and I wasn't even thinking about it anymore. And that's a really glorious space. And I just want to throw that out as encouragement to people that are just getting started. You know, it's taken me decades. But what worthwhile work, it's the part of us that gets to grow and evolve and learn and be in the light instead of the chaos. Really great way to roll. All right, so this is kind of a crazy thing. One of the things you hear about a lot these days is the big M in your hand, right? Let's see. And yeah, I've got that. Let's see if this will draw. There we go. So I've got the big M in my hand. And, what that's supposed to mean is like your uh, intuition is very well developed. So if you have that in your hand, that's a really great area for you to dive into, and clairvoyance comes with that. Being able to see energy comes with that. Perceiving auras, your whole receptive side of yourself blooms and was part of your architecture to begin with. I have one of those in both my hands. And I would imagine most of you guys do as well. You know, just like, I mean, I can't really turn on YouTube much these days because there's just so much garbage out there. Like all of this stuff, like 95% of the stuff on 3i Atlas just made up. And there's an equal number, well, maybe not an equal number, but there's a lot of videos about like what that means. And you know, we're going to talk about this one too. The crescent. So like when you put your two hands together, that line forms a connected crescent all the way across both of your hands. Yeah. And again, that line always means intuition and deep connection to the astral world. I know a bunch of mediums that like that's like totally on their layout. Yeah. And I just like with the M, you know, there's a bunch of videos out there like, oh, first of all, they'll try to make it like it's a bad sign, you know, and bad things are going to happen, or they'll make it sound like there's something wrong with having that, and that's totally crazy. And the other flip side of it, along with the thing with the crescent, is that like you're part of the chosen, and oh man, don't let YouTube blow smoke up your spiritual ass, right? It's like, you know, stay grounded and you know, what does the chosen actually even mean? Like you're supposed to be like, no, we're all saving the world, you know. And I think that we've been given different skills and different tools, and certainly, you know, having great receptive skills really helps you navigate the world for yourself, but also for the people around you, your friends, the people you come in contact with all the time. And it's a really it doesn't need to be overblown into being like you're the most special person on the face of the earth. You know, God tells you the truth. The devil tells you whatever you want to hear. And there's a lot of that going on right now, you know, like most of those videos are just designed by AI for clicks. So don't go for it, man. Don't celebrate what you have. I'm not like discounting that. And I totally like, man, I'm behind like using your hand, and all of those lines mean things. Just both the M and the crescent, super signs of deep psychic ability, and would encourage you, if you have those, you know, to start a really regular practice. And there's nothing like a little bit of daily work that adds up over a very short period of time. Let's see. Every kitten says, congrats. Just releasing all that no longer serves as a pathway to joyfulness for me personally. Hard work at times, but so worth it. You know, no truer words were ever spoken. It is hard work at times, but that was kind of by design, by you, you know. And that's the thing that always just keeps me coming back to center is I made a karmic contract with myself. And you know, the things that really test you and take you to your core are not there to destroy you and traumatize you for the rest of your life. They're there to present you lessons that are available to you to elevate your soul, elevate your energy, evolve your spirit, and become a happier, more centered you. Finding your true self, your whole self. Yes. Okay. All right. Now let's get off the palmistry aspect of it, and yeah, hold on here. Let's get set up here. All right. These are really, I'm going to show you a couple things now, and these are some of my favorite things. I use these all the time. If you're ever sitting with me in a conversation, or we're standing across from each other having a conversation, you will always see my hands like that. Um, the Hakini Mudra. And it is really about helping you think and concentrate and brain power, and elevating the ability to listen, to concentrate, and to absorb. So whenever I'm trying to pay attention to somebody, I'm using this mudra. Now mudras are just different hand positions. This is a great one. It's an energy grabber. Like if you're feeling really low energy, yeah, I can't. There we go. Just sitting there with that for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you get a flow of energy. My searches into acupuncture and the energy body have really heightened my awareness of how much you can activate with just the tips of your fingers and your intent, right? So there's some really, really wonderful. I made this into a PDF. If you're interested in having it, send me an email. I'll be happy to share it with you. And I would strongly encourage you to just, go through this. I think there's about 30 of them in here. This one's really great. The Usha Mudra gesture helps to spark creativity and enliven sexuality, a good catalyst for new projects, So simple. You just sit there and hold your hands, and you're creating an energetic effect. Really super cool. Mudras. I have a mudra deck that hopefully will be out here very shortly. Oh, and on the subject of decks, I'm going to Miami on Wednesday, bringing back some boxes of angel decks. So if any of you guys out there have been waiting for an angel deck, they'll be hot off the press here momentarily. All right. So palmistry, astrology, the planets, the lines of your hand that tell you your past. Usually the left hand is referred to as your past. Your right hand is present and future. And then mudras, just with hand positions, being able to exert and affect a specific energetic effect. Yeah. All right. All right, and last but not least is one of my favorite. Man, you guys are probably, some of you guys are probably really sick of hearing about this because I bring it up a lot, but I bring it up because it is by far and away, like pretty much everything over the course of 50 years of studying, it's like you have to get into it. You have to really like dig into it, understand it, like, and it's never for free. And the bigger the prize you want at the end, usually the bigger the price is, and the more effort you have to put into doing it. Out of 50 years of studying, this particular book, The Touch of Healing, it's written by a woman named Alice Burmeister with Tom Monty. And this is a whole system of healing And the story about the guy that came up with this system, super interesting. I'm not going to get into that tonight. I want to get straight to the meat of this. Um, this technique I'm about to show you is the most bang for the least amount of effort I've ever encountered. As a matter of fact, you couldn't have any less effort unless you were doing absolutely nothing. And all that is required is, yeah, we're going to go down to this one first. All right. As you can see on there, it's just a hand wrapping around the thumb. All of your fingers have many parts of your body connected to them. One of them is your emotional energy flow. And each of the fingers relates to a specific flow of kind of energy, the thumb being worry. And what happens, like, the world comes along, throws us out some stuff. We have a panic. We like make this like kind of energetic notch or bubble in the flow of that energy. And every time it comes back around, like, you get triggered all over again. It keeps building and building and building, panic and fear and like all of those. So what this does, and I won't get into how it actually works, just trust me and try it. What this does is create an energy cycle where you're balancing that particular emotional state. So all you have to do, make the fingers and just sit there for 10 minutes, 20 minutes if you're feeling sparky. You can watch TV, you can sit on the phone. You don't have to like sit there and concentrate. What do you know in the metaphysical world that doesn't take concentration and intent and focus and like, if you want to give energy to it, you can ramp it up some more. But what winds up happening is all those weird little anomalies wind up going away, and that pathway is now smooth again. And does it stop the thing that was worrying you? No, but it puts you in a place where you're in much more conducive frame of mind to deal with it and to handle it and not have it be such a big thing. So worry, fear, anger, grief. And if you put your thumb in the middle of the palm of your hand and wrap your fingers around your other hand, that addresses all of the emotional states all at one time. So like I do, I participate in a Tibetan bowl meditation every Friday. It goes on for half an hour. And they're broken up into 3 little 10-minute segments. So for each one of those, while I'm sitting there in a meditation state, I'm like, I do my thumb for the first one. I do I combine the fear and the anger for the second one. And I do a full energy balance for the last one. And the whole time I'm sitting there, it takes no effort. I don't have to think about it. And after that, in combination with the energy from the bowls and my deep meditation in that time, I wind up like, I look forward to that so much every week. And if you could incorporate this, it's just so much a matter of just reminding yourself, while you're sitting in traffic, and at the end of it, it's not like so damn big. And the more you use it, just like everything else, man, the more you practice, the more you use it, the better the effect gets, the faster the effect gets. And, it's a beyond crazy good tool. So if I was able to leave just one thing out of all of this for you guys, that helps me on a daily basis, it would be this. So worry, fear, anger, grief, wrap them all. All right. Always any questions, happy to answer. Throw them down in the chat, and I'd be happy to let you know. All right, let's see here. Let me make sure I got everything. Yep, we did. All right, so we're gonna make some. Sacred space. I always love this part of it. um, and I'm going to do an overall collective angel card reading. And as always, I'll be doing readings at the end of the show. So if you guys are interested, get in the list. I'll be happy to hit everybody up until we're done. And we're going to do a combo meditation and grounding cleansing tonight. That I'm anxious to see what you guys think about this one. This is a different one that I've used before. It's pretty intense. Yeah, I haven't brought this up with you guys yet. It's a go-to, but for the right situations, which tonight is. All right, let's see here. So here we go. With the brilliant light of the source, I banish and clean this space and make this place pure. With the brilliant light of the source, I banish and clean this space. I make this place pure. Ah, yes, with the radiant, brilliant light of the source, I banish and clean this space. I make this place pure. We joyously meet again to create our energetic circle and our sacred space, a place of safety and sanctuary, and bright golden light. We ask that the angels and our guides be with us this evening, share their wisdom, their knowledge, and their love of the source. We ask that we have eyes to see, ears to hear, and the wisdom to understand. And with absolute gratitude for all of it, every single bit, the good, the bad, and especially the ugly. Infinite, unconditional love. And our wish for bliss to the source. We open our circle. All right. Let's pull one for the crew. Words of wisdom for our energetic family this evening. Words of wisdom for our energetic family this evening. Words of wisdom for our energetic family this evening. All right, number 36. The angel of inner and outer work. All righty. Yeah. I don't know who this is for. Acknowledge when you are lost, when there is one problem after another. Nothing runs as it should, and you don't have a clue what to do. When you are unclear, you procrastinate. When you become bored, you can easily be persuaded to go in the wrong direction. You resort to taking risks to relieve the boredom, financial, emotional. You'll gamble everything sometimes in search of a thrill. Your most basic qualities of caution, skill, and foresight are in direct opposition. Sometimes a risk is justified depending on the projected results, but if the risk is the result of an addictive desire for excitement, then troubles can arise from recklessness or doing things at the wrong moment. Become self motivated, be objective, and take command of inner and outer world. Organize things in your life, begin to communicate your inner desires, and the results will be healing, inspirational, and enriching. You know, it's curious. The tarot card for this is the Ten of Pentacles, which is the card of lasting material abundance, money, property, family, the kind of dough that you can pass on to generations. And that's the tarot card. I pulled a card for us right before the show, and it was the Ten of Pentacles. So, you know, this is everything we were just talking about. It is always about going in and finding where you can fine tune your attitude, your perspective, and look at your actions with an objective point of view. One of the hardest things to do, but one of the most worthwhile things, man, to step out of the you that you defend to yourself every day and just go, man, what are you actually doing? And look at that like you were looking at someone you just met for the first time, and like there's no emotional investment in it. Super, super worthwhile. All right. All right. Let's get down to business here. All right, we're going to take three deep cleansing breaths. Yeah, we'll go ahead and ride down to zero space. You know, the whole point of the zero space is to get you used to going there and just holding that and like actually experiencing shutting off for just a few seconds at the end, and to create a groove that then you can build on, you know. So tonight what we're going to do is first first three breaths, we're just going to, once we get to silence, when I say silence, it's just like you freeze frame. There's, you know, not thinking, no thoughts, not even really breathing. You're just holding your breath like you're frozen in time, right? And you know, we'll hold that for 7 seconds. And then on the last one, we're going to do a 30-second hold at the end of that. And at the, you know, if you can't hold your breath that long, that's okay. Just take a really, really super shallow breath. Try not to like remove your mind from that space. So this is the first step towards extending, being able to stay in blank space for as long as you want. Hours if you want. That is the most glorious place. That's also blank space, and learning how to get to blank space, which actually on the physics side is superposition quantum field. It's the place with it's where it's everything and nothing. It's all potential, every potential. And that will be the answer to some of the crazy AI stuff coming up here in the not too distant future. So work on that. Only good can come from being able to get to that space and being able to turn off and shut off and just be vibration. Oh, it does things to your body physically. It does things to your mind. It does things to your emotions. It elevates you on every single level, and it connects you to the true light and not the spectral illusions. All right. So here we go. We're gonna draw in through your nose, and I want you to draw in really beautiful gold source energy that's warm, has a heat to it. Okay, and I want you to draw it in through your nose, drawing with your solar plexus. Use your solar plexus to pull. Take it in through your nose and let that just infuse every part of your body. And if there's some part of you that's hurting, or you need some health attention, to just direct that, focus that with your intent to send that to that part of your body. All right. Here we go. In through the nose. Inhale. Super gold. Really fill it up. When you think you're full, put a little more. And exhale. Sinking into the silence. The sounds of the world fade away. Distant. No mind. Deeper. Silence. And inhale. Use your solar plexus. Bright gold light. Really pack it in. And release, sinking deeper into the silence, the bliss. No future, no past. Deeper silence. All right, last one. Make it count. Inhale. Really pack it in. And release. Sinking into the bliss. No time. No thoughts. No future. No past. Deeper. Deeper. Silence. Hold for 30. $15. And 30. Take a nice deep breath. Stay in that space. All right. I want you to come out of the blankness, and you're walking along a forest path up in the mountains. It's beautiful, cool. The trees cover the path. Wrapping you with their energetic arms. Off in the distance, you start to hear the sound of water. It gets louder, and you realize it's a waterfall you're coming up on. You wind around through these paths, cliffs on either side, and you find yourself coming out to an outcropping. And there's an overhang of rock, 20 feet above with two waterfalls pouring over the edge. And there's like a big room behind the water. You can get back there, feel the mist spraying on you. All right. Now I want you to imagine that you're naked and you take a few steps towards the water. And with all your intent, you say to release all of the negative energy surrounding you in any way, any negative entities, any negative energies, any negative attachments, and step into the water and let it just, oh, it's so cold. It just shocks your aura. And all of that stuff just goes, gone. And you stay there for as long as you can. Water just streaming all over your physical body, just taking any impurities with it. You step back. You think about your emotions, your angers, your fears, your frustrations, your loneliness, your sadness. And with your intent, program that energy to leave and step into the water again. Dousing your head, you can hardly stand in it. It's so cold. You stay just as long as you just keep wanting to get out, keep making yourself stay. Take a step back. You already feel lighter. All right. One more. Actually, two more. Sorry. All right. We're going to gather our thoughts and program your intent to release and cleanse any negative thoughts of any kind sent by you, anyone else, any negative thoughts, circle thinking, obsessive thinking, all of it. All right. And you're right up to the water and step in. Oh, it's not so cold this time. And you let the water just wash over you, running through your hair, down your face, in the back of your neck, down your spine, down through the palms of your hands. You take a step back. And the last one is to clear any material blockages that have to do with your place of safety and sanctuary, your home, your job, the way you make a living, your finances and your money, your health, your physical well-being. And you program it to just cleanse any material blockages residing in your light body. And you step into the water one last time. And you let its cleansing, pure cleansing wash down you. Your light body is glowing bright light up the woods. Take a step back. All right, and now with your solar plexus and your hands, you reach towards the falling water and draw a charge, flowing, beautiful energy that fills you up to the brim. Use your solar plexus, draw it in. Every part of you. All right. Now I want you to slowly start coming back to your body. One breath at a time. Coming back to your awareness of the world. And you're back. And you're back. Clean, refreshed, sparkly, bright like the sun. Yeah. All right. So if anybody's still awake and wants a reading, shoot me a little memo down here in the chat. Let me know. Yeah, boy, I'm glad you enjoyed it. All right, I'm going to do a quick reading for my friend Brandy. Well, actually, Tom wants a reading. Spectra wants a reading. Okay. All right, Tom. 3 nice breaths. Just connect really good. Feels like you got something specific on your mind tonight. If that's the case, just really focus hard on that, okay? Words of wisdom from my friend Tom. Words of wisdom from my friend Tom. Words of wisdom from my friend Tom. I know this one very well. Number 17, the Angel of Revelation. Hold on 1 second. I got rid of my readings. There we go. All right, number 17. You feel betrayed by trusted friends. Disillusioned, your false vision in a spiritual matter is crumbling. You feel as if you've been stabbed in the back. These feelings are creating extreme depression and a deep sense of loss. A new day always arises, bringing with it hope for a better day. Let go of your fears. They led you to this negative thinking. It's your self-created, and you know this is the case. It's your self-created prophecy that things would not work out. Give yourself the right to give up Lose the untrustworthy friends and abandon the broken projects. Stop fighting those losing battles. Surrender and face your fears head on, and you will discover something wonderful has happened. You are free. You discover that the monster you fear isn't half as bad as you think it is. Broaden your thinking. Your life isn't over. Use your imagination. Visualize your best life. Every vision is an illusion until you make it real. Your reality is dependent on your point of view, and your mind, alter your mind, and you immediately alter your reality. These are the truest words ever said. What you think, you become. Yeah. Ah, everybody seems to have dug the meditation. I'm so happy, man. Never kidding. Yeah, awesome. All right, Spectra, this one's for you. Ooh, the energy is intense tonight, man. Focus. Words of wisdom. Words of wisdom for my friend Spectra. Words of wisdom for my friend Spectra. Words of wisdom for my friend Spectra. Number 54. The angel of rejuvenation and eternal youth. Time for a project check. Are you still on course? When you fulfill personal obligations and agreements, you develop the maturity essential to all social relationships, your faith in yourself, and your ability to succeed. You keep increasing your burdens. There are so many, and they weigh so much, they threaten to crush you physically and emotionally. You limit yourself by giving your powers to others. It is crucial that you release yourself, remove yourself from the oppressive situations in your life where you feel you are holding yourself back and unable to fully express all of who you are. Throw down your own burdens and the others placed on you and try a new direction. Put your energy to work for you. Continue to grow. Don't give up. The risk is worth it. Continue to grow. Don't give up. The risk is worth it. That's a good one for you. All right, Tammy Joe. Let's see. Is that right? Yeah. All right, Tammy. Focus really hard. Good night, Tom. Words of wisdom from my friend Tammy Joe. Words of wisdom from my friend Tammy Joe. Words of wisdom from my friend Tammy Joe. Number 15, the angel of purification. Carefully review your situation now. Laser focus on your priorities and full steam ahead. Face your fears head on. Feel your grief and take time to heal. Complete the process by transmuting your loss and pain. Experience the pain. Identify the source of the emotions you are experiencing, and then you will know what core belief it is you must change. Stress and depression are the last despair of your reason before the birth of new possibilities. They break through from the unconscious and flow freely. Prioritize now what is most important for you to complete. Immerse yourself completely and totally in your work. Have faith in yourself and the path that you have committed to. Mind is now keenly aware of self and of the magnitude of what it has been asked to be privy to. It is asked for and been given access to a level of knowledge which has a commensurate level of responsibility that now demands the letter of the law. The more you know, the more you owe, and the more you know, the more you know you do not know and never will, which is a great thing. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Anyone else here? Is that everybody? Yeah, I think that's us. Hey, Michael, thanks for dropping in. All right. It looks like we have come to the end of the road. Hands. Pay attention to your hands. Go do some digging into the lines on your hands and see what you come up with, man. There's a lot of pretty good info. It's one of the few out there that there are. Thanks everybody, as always, for showing up and sharing space with me and with each other. You guys are really wonderful. It's a great, energetic family. I feel really blessed and grateful for your participation. Yeah. All right. So please hit the like, subscribe. If you don't mind leaving a comment down there, like a hashtag live or something like that, I'd really appreciate it. Hit that thumbs up. And I'll see you guys next week, man. Thanks. Love you. With joy and gratitude, we close our circle and send everyone on their way. You know, I'm about to wrap up here, but I see somebody like, no, actually, no one goes away unhappy. All right, here, this one's for every kitten. One last one, all right? You're welcome, Tammy Joe. All right, every kitten. Evelyn, yes, okay. Focus really hard. Imagine us standing eye to eye. And let's just connect. Let me connect to your energy. 3 nice, really deep breaths. Focus. If you have something specific in mind, make sure you really, really beam that to me, okay? Words of wisdom for my friend Evelyn. Words of wisdom for my friend Evelyn. Words of wisdom for my friend Evelyn. Yes, this is this is a good one. 45. The angel of motivation and willfulness. Yes, here we go. It's a happy time. You're experiencing the presence of healing, revitalizing, renewing, regenerating emotional pleasure. Memories of the past fill you with a warm joy. A new relationship and a new place are possibilities. You will experience the harmony of natural forces without effort or strain. You will have a chance to relocate, a new job offer, and a new group of friends who will have much in common. There could be a surprising inheritance on the way. That might be like literal money inheritance, but that also might be like spiritual. Take advantage of your opportunities to let the people you love know how much you love them. Do not hold back. You're a romantic who always falls for the hearts and flowers routine, and you enjoy being showered with love. You're hungry for tender words and a caring touch. Aren't we all? All right, there you go, everybody. Yes. All right, shutting down the shop. Here we go. Okay, now we're really closing our circle. Sending everyone on their way. It was a great night tonight. We thank the angels and our guides for their presence, their wisdom, their understanding, and most of all, their love and helping us connect more and more with the source. And with absolute gratitude for it all, the good, the bad, and most of all, the infinite unconditional love, and our wish for bliss to the source. Until next week, be in the light.